Hello, everyone. Happy. Let's see what day it is. No, Tuesday. Since I'm not at work, typically when I'm not at work, I get kind of scatterbrained when it comes to the days of the week. Welcome to the quiche. Welcome to the quiche. Come on in. Come on in. Love on each other. Network with each other. Get to know each other. Um, I'm going to be giving some words of affirmation. I'm just in a good place. It's a new moon. Happy, healthy, uh, breath in my body, no ailments. I have my sanity. Um, and for that reason, for those reasons alone, if you're watching this and you have those things, uh, you should be doing pretty good yourself because without those things, I don't know. If you didn't have your sanity, if you didn't have lungs in your body, those are the major things that, we kind of look over as people, but those are huge. We're too busy with the hustle bustle of life, trying to get here, trying to get there. Our minds are constantly going, constantly thinking, constantly worrying, constantly trying to figure out what's the next step, what's the next plan, what's going to happen, what's not going to happen, and sometimes we just have to look right up under our nose and realize that those things that we often forget about are the things that we should be most concentrated on. I'm going to be, I got these from a store called Five and Below. It's called Mindful Meditation. I think this is just the card where you possibly can go and watch the video. And guys, they're just words of affirmation, things that we can say to ourselves or quotes and things of that nature that we can hang on no matter what the situation is. And I just wanted to share this moment of peace with people that are following me, with people that are coming through um, just to watch and get to know me. If nothing else, if you don't get anything else out of this video, hopefully you'll get a word of encouragement. One of the quotes of affirmation will help you with something that you may be harboring, or if you're in bondage of anything. Hopefully, a kind word and a listening ear. Those simple things can go a mile. A mile. So let's get started. The first card: the wise who control body, speech, and mind are indeed consumedly controlled. The wise, let me turn so you guys can see it. The wise who control body, speech, and mind are indeed consumedly controlled. I think we have a responsibility as much that may be going on. I always make sure that I tell myself and I tell my children daily that just because it's around you or it surrounds you doesn't mean it has to be within you. This is our temple, this is our body, and we control what goes in. That's whether it's thoughts, that's whether it's spirits, that's whether it's food, that's whether it's energy, that's whether it's what you're drinking. You have control over that. And if for some reason you feel unbalanced, or if some reason you feel like off key or something may be off, just sit down and be still and think about the things that you're taking in. And that alone could give you an extreme amount of relief. And take those things out. Stop taking them in. take a break from them. I do realize some things we do have to take in. We don't have no control over some things, but for the most part, I think that like some stuff like bills, for instance. If you're checking in, I'm sorry I cannot see your name, but I'm just giving some words of affirmation. So if you're here today and you're looking for some peace and some solidarity, I'm just giving some peaceful words. The next card says, "May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. May they be happy. May they be peaceful. May they be free from suffering. May all be happy. May all be peaceful. May all be free from suffering." I can relate to that one. I want happiness and I want peace and I want freedom, not only for me, not only for my marriage, not only for me as a mother. I want that for every household. I want that for the world. I want that from schools. I want that for our children. I want that for our elderly. I have the right to want that. And no matter what's going on, and no matter if you talk to somebody and they be like, "Well, this is going on, that person can't be free," or "This is going on, that person can't possibly be happy in that situation." Well, it's not up to you to dictate to anybody else's journey. Happiness, peacefulness, all those great things are found within yourself. So I definitely, let me show you guys that card. I definitely can agree and have been to the point where I can understand this affirmation. It's basically wishing everybody peace. It's wishing everyone happiness, and it is wishing them a free from suffering. I would like to dedicate to this card anybody that may be coming through that may be suffering from some chronic disease, cancer. I have a cousin right now. She is only a couple of years older than me. She was just given the diagnosis that she had breast cancer. So for anybody that's come through that's suffering from an illness, or if you're trapped, and I've been reading on the YouTube, there's a lot of people that's closed behind their doors because of anxiety, and they feel like they don't meet up to the standards of the world. They're suffering from bondage. I wish them freedom from that. I wish them to live a free life. And I wish that, they can walk out of that anxiety and they can be whoever they are with whatever ailments or whatever they may feel that they don't fit in. I just feel like everybody fits in, no matter if your hair is short or long, if you're green or if you're brown, if you're happy or you're sad, everybody goes through something, whether you're rich or you're poor, whether you're in the States or out the States. I just wish everyone um, peace, happiness, and freeness from suffering. The next affirmation says, "There is nothing to trust in seeking happiness from outside. You will only become exhausted from suffering, which is without satisfaction and without end." I'm going to read that again. There is nothing to trust in seeking happiness from outside. You will only become exhausted from suffering, which is without satisfaction and without end. This brings to mind to me comparing. Comparing. I think that word should be, as far as people threw in the trash, it should be, that word should be burnt. And I just, like the card says, it brings an unhappiness if you're looking at someone and you're constantly comparing yourself. Like, do I look at women my age and I be like, as far as, for me personally, as far as looks, as far as personality, those definitely are not things I compare myself. But if I see any woman that's doing great as far as being a mother to the 10th degree, or holding down her family 10th degree, I don't necessarily compare myself, but I put myself in a position to get to say hello. Hi, how are you doing? I'm a mom too, or I'm a wife too. I'm a student also. I'm an educator. Do you have any tips? I think that we should be able to share things with each other to make each other a better person. But comparing, there is nothing to trust in seeking happiness from the outside. I would never seek my happiness from somebody else or something else. That happiness is something that's embedded in me, like your heart, your lungs, your brain. It's there. You have it. You just have to know that you have it, and you have to accept it, and you have to use it. Utilize your happiness, guys. You have it. It's no one else's, or there's no situation. There's even I can't even think of a situation that should be able to take your happiness away. Yes, do sometimes situations strip it away and you feel like it's nowhere in sight? Yes, I've been there. But it's there. We just gotta kind of, again, like the other cards say, sit down and realize what you're taking in. Because a lot of the stuff that we take in, the poisons we take in, almost make our happiness appear, or the illusion that it's not there when it is. The next card says the human mind has the potential for infinite development if you can discover, even in a small way, that true satisfaction comes from your mind. You will release that you can extend this experience without limit, and that it is possible to discover everlasting satisfaction. I'm going to read it again. The human mind has the potential for infinite development. The mind is a beautiful thing, guys. The mind is a beautiful thing. If you can discover, even in a small way, a very small, I grew up on a term called a mustard seed. A mustard seed. Go and check that out and see how small a mustard seed. If I had to rephrase this affirmation, I would say if you can discover, even if it's the size of a mustard seed, that true satisfaction comes from your mind. You will realize that you can extend this experience without limit, and that it is possible to discover everlasting satisfaction. Guys, we have to be satisfied with ourselves. There is that affirmation. And then at the very bottom, it tells you where that affirmation was created from. The next one says, do not think a small virtue will not return in future lives. Just as falling drops of water will fill a large container, the little virtues, the steadfast accumulate, will completely overwhelm them. It's by Buddha. I don't understand that one. Guys, I don't claim to understand all the cards. These are just words of affirmation. Some people may understand them, some people may not. Some it may help, some it may not, but we're all different. I'll read that one more time. Do not think a small virtue will not return in your future lives. Just as falling drops of water will fill a large container, the little virtues, the steadfast accumulate, will completely overwhelm them. This is from Buddha. I've read a little bit on Buddha. I believe it's a religion. Again, who's ever visiting with me, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. It's just words of affirmation. If you're looking for some peace at this moment, I just want to share that with everybody, but Buddha, I am at a point in my life where I'm doing a lot of research. I don't want to be judgmental. I want to be able to understand and relate to everybody. I really do. That's not something that I grew up on. That's not something that someone taught me that it was good to do. And I want to carry that on to my children and just let them know that we can learn stuff from everybody, and other ethnicities and other religions and other languages. They know so much different from us. They've been through so many different experiences. And like I was saying prior, we all can, put that together and empower each other. The next one says, may my words today overflow with love. Oh, gosh. May my words today overflow with love. If you are watching me, if you're new, if you're coming through, if you're sliding through, know that I love you. You need to love you. Love yourself. I said that in a lot of my videos. Most importantly, we have to love ourselves. I want to read that one again. May my words today, right now, and every day, but right now, may my words overflow. Guys, overflow, that means it's more than enough. If you get a glass and you let water overflow the glass, all of it's going to flow out. Overflow, it means too much. May my words overflow everybody with love. And the next one is, I choose not to worry about things I cannot control. I choose to not worry about things I cannot control. This can also time one of the things that can wipe that happiness that's instilled in us that we have away, because some things we sometimes we try to control things that we are unable to control. We cannot control everything. I am talking to myself as a mom, as a wife. Sometimes I think I know it all. Sometimes I think I can fix it all. No, 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 no. That is impossible. And you will drive yourself into a dark, dark hole. You cannot control everything. I'm going to read that one again. I choose not to worry about things I cannot control. You can't worry about them. You can't control it. Speak your words of peace over it, or whatever it is that you practice. Remove yourself from it. People, situations, you cannot worry about it. I saw something that says everything is not our assignment. Everything is not our assignment. Know your assignments. Know what's not your assignment. The next one says, all things work together for good. All things work together for good. The girls are slowly getting up late. Yesterday we celebrated a birthday, and we were up pretty late. So excuse me if you hear them in the back. But words of affirmation, guys, is for everybody. They're for us. They're for our children. They're for our friends. They are for our co-workers. So I am not at all bothered by my children waking up today by words of affirmation. That's a great thing for them to wake up to. But this card says, all things work together for good. I almost jumped out this chair. It may seem like it's bad. It may seem like it's rough. It may seem like it's not going to work out. It's working out. It is working out here. Everything is going to be okay. Nothing can be perfect. Everything can't be happy. Everything can't be right. But nevertheless, it all works out for our good. The next card of affirmation says, if you want to know your past life, look into your present condition. If you want to know your future life, look at your present actions. Wow. I'm going to read that one again. If you want to know your past life, look into your present condition. If you want to know your future life, look at your present actions. I don't claim to know all this, guys, but what I'm getting from that is if you're wondering why you're where you are now, whether it's good or bad, where you at now doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Where you are at can be a good thing. Where you are at can be a beautiful thing. Where you are at can be a worrisome thing. Where you are at can be a sad thing. But if you want to realize why you are where you're at now, look at the past. Look at the choices that you've made. Look at the decisions you've made. And then the second part of the affirmation says, if you want to know your future life, look at your present actions. You want to see something different? Change up some things. That's easier said than done in a lot of situations, just depending on your resources, your support system, and things of that nature. But if you want to know your future life, look at your present actions. That one's a good one. I don't know if that's going to show backwards up there. The next one. Today I choose the beginner's mind and open myself to boundless possibilities. Today I choose the beginner's mind and open myself up to boundless possibilities. I think our thinking can become stale. I think it could become lessened. I think our thinking can become tired. So it doesn't have that same beauty in the beginning. Like you can have a vision, and some visions take longer than others. You can have this vision or you can have this dream, and everything is just bursting with excitement. All the things are rolling in to get it started, and then before you know it, it becomes stagnant, or you're not thinking about it anymore, or it's not working out the way you you think it'll work it out. But this card is saying, today I choose the beginner's mind and open myself to boundless possibilities. I grew up on the saying, a transformation of the mind. Sometimes when our thinking and our vision and our plan becomes stagnant, sometimes we need a transformation of the mind. We need to think back on the beginning and how vibrant the idea was, or how vibrant our choices was, and that can definitely give you a jump start on on some new possibilities, or get the possibilities back rolling in some things that you want in your life. The next one says, may I be led from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light. May I be led from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, guys. Hang on. Yes. You okay? What is it? I gave you my phone right here. I'm doing words of affirmation. Here. You want to sit up there and listen? Okay. Have a seat. May I be led from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light. I definitely wouldn't want to be in anything unreal, or anything fake, or anything that's an illusion. I want to be present in the real, whether it hurts or not, because that gives me clarity for me personally. From darkness to light, I've been in both. The darkness can be a very scary thing, it can be a very heavy thing, it can be a very exhausting thing. Um, but I've also pushed through the light, as many of us who may, can agree. You push through it. I have a sister that committed suicide in 2014, and that's a hard thing to muster. You get a lot of people that, yes. I cold. You cold? Yes. Okay, go get your dad's blanket. Go get the blanket. Um, it's a lot of people that have a hard time getting out of darkness. Um, my sister, she had a hard time. She committed suicide in 2014. She left behind two beautiful children. It definitely is hard to get out of. I'm not going to sit up here and say that it's not, but support systems, um, finding a happy place, happy music, because if anybody watching, I definitely want to be sensitive to what I'm saying, just in case they're there, because guys, it's a lot of people sitting behind these keyboards and these computers. We don't know what they're going through. You can see this stuff on camera. You can look at me right now on camera, but you don't know what I'm really going through. Don't ever believe everything that you're seeing on here is what's off to it. I'm not in a dark place. I've been there, but this is just right now. At this moment, I definitely feel like that I need to make sure that I address it. If there's anybody in a dark place, if they've been there for quite some time and they just don't know what to do, um, seek help. Um, if you have a support system, talk to someone. If it's a sister, mom, friend, coworker, um, if you don't have those things, because a lot of us don't have those things, some of the things that I've done is take walks, um, get some sticky notes. They're really inexpensive. You can get it from the Dollar Tree. Write down everything you love about yourself. Write down everything that you love about your life. Put them on the mirror. That way, every morning when you wake up and do your morning routine, as far as brushing your teeth and washing your face, you can see them. Put them on the refrigerator. Everybody eats daily. So when you go to the fridge, you'll have those, little notes letting you know how much, you really love yourself truly through the darkness. Um, if you have a photo album, or if you have a phone, take pictures of yourself. I mean, go back and look at pictures of yourself. Typically, we take pictures of ourselves when we're feeling our best, or when we're feeling the beautifulest, or for the guys, the handsomest. Go back through your phone and just look at those pictures. If you have children, look at pictures of memories um, that makes you happy. Music. If you have a favorite genre of music that you like, for those who may be in a dark place that have religious beliefs and preferences. Um, Visit some church functions. Um, a lot of times, I know that being amongst people, as much as you want to hide yourself and you feel like you're the only one going through it and you feel like there's not any help, I've come to find out that we are not alone. Nothing is new under the sun. Everybody, everybody goes through something. Everybody's been through something. So if you can find it to get up and brush your teeth and throw on a one of these little caps, you're beautiful regardless. A lot of times we be in the darkness because we too, back to what we are saying about one of the affirmations, just trying to compete and keep up with things. But put your little scarf on and go be you. In darkness, you still can be you. You still can tell your truth. You still can let people know it's a dark day today. I'm not feeling well. I know a lot of times people say, "How are you doing?" I'm trying to do the words of affirmation. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, okay? How are you doing? And I think it's routine for us to say, "Okay, I'm doing fine," and deep down inside, you're not. I think that we need to get out of the habit of doing that. I think we do. I think if somebody asks you how you doing and you're in the darkness, I think that you should be free enough. I should be free enough, or whoever should be free enough. Be like, you know what, today is not a good day. I'm trying my best because you never know what who's assigned to you. You never know what faith or your universe have for you when you're operating in honesty, when you're operating in your truth, and when someone asks you if you're not doing okay, you say it's just not a good day. Um, Typically, for me, if I meet someone like that, I wish them love and light, and I think about them and I put them in any meditation that I may be having. So anybody that's in a dark place, this page for me, I know it's a lot of rules and regulations on don't come on my page doing this and that, don't go on other people's page doing this that. But if you're experiencing any darkness and you want to open up and leave it in the comments, by all means do that. And if somebody else coming through and they've been there, like I said, we're all here for each other. It's an empowerment thing. The next card says, "Every morning I am born again. What I do today is what matters most." Every morning I am born again. What I do today is what matters most. Every day is a new day to become better than who you were yesterday. Every day that you get up and you open your eyes and you have breath in your lungs and you have all your limbs, or no matter what the situation is, really, every day is a new day for new opportunities, new thoughts. Every day is a new day to love on somebody. Every day is a new day to love on yourself even more. Every day is just a new day. It's given to you, and no matter what's going on, you have the right to make the best of it. When you wake up every day, you have a right to be beautiful. You have a right to be you. You have a right to love on your family. You have a right to not want to be involved in anything that take away your peace or your serenity. Um, you have a right to be healthy, whatever your choices may be with that. Um, you have a right to love. Now, I don't necessarily practice hate. I'm going to be honest. You got to do a whole lot. Like you have to mess with my kids or something. I do have one thing that I hate, guys. I do hate, and I can be honest. Pedophilia. Um, I don't, I'm taking a class right now, and it's being suggested, that it's being studied, and we need to forgive, and we can work with these people, and this, that, and the other. And I'm working on myself if that's wrong, because I hate pedophilia. I do. But other than that, I don't hate too much. But the card says, "Every morning I am born again. What I do today is what matters most." So every day is a new day, guys, to become a better you, to work on being a better you. The next card says, "I have everything I need right now for an abundant life." I truly believe this. Everything that you need, you have it. If you say, "No, I don't," yes, you do. If you were supposed to have anything, if you were supposed to have anything, you would have it. You would have it. I was saying it earlier. A lot of times we overlook major things. I'm looking, I can speak for myself just to give an example. I have breath in my body. I can see right now. I can look at my children. They're not doing much of anything, but I can still see them. They can see me. Sight. Everybody's breathing. My kids can get up and they can walk to the kitchen and get them something to eat. Um, the TV is on. So that gives, I'm on here. That lets you know we have electricity. There's somebody somewhere. Everything that you need, you have it right now. I have love in my heart. Um, I have a voice. Some people, I have a friend that has a trichotomy and she has to press this to talk. I don't. I have beautiful teeth. Guys, I have everything I need right now for an abundant life. You have everything you need right now. If you don't, sit down, really look at yourself, and think about everything that you have, big or small, and let it soak in. I have everything I need right now. The next card says, I am the sky. Everything else is just the weather. The sky is huge. This one just sent chills down my spine. I am the sky. Everything else is just the weather. Ooh, wow. I'm putting this one to the side, guys. Now, right now, I'm at peace and I'm happy. But before I started this video, I didn't look at myself as the sky. The sky is a pretty big thing. If you think about how big the world is and how a sky, wow. The next one says, though one defeats a million men in battle, one who overcomes the self alone is in fact the highest victor. The one defeats a million men in battle, one who overcomes the self alone is in fact the highest victor. So I'm taking this as you can have war with a million men, but the greatest war is conquering or overcoming yourself. The greatest battle is yourself. You can leave out your door and you can fight every battle in this world, but the battle that matters most is the battle within you, within your mind and with your heart. This one is beautiful. Also, I'm going to read it again. Though one defeats a million men in battle, one who overcomes the self alone is in fact the highest victor. Guys, if you have any of these that you like, if any of these are touching you at the present moment, if any of them are making you feel better or making you have a better day than you were or adding to the good day that you were already having, let me know, because right now this meditation period is beautiful. It's beautiful for me, and I hope it's beautiful for you. The next one says, I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. I am not what happened to me. I'm going to take a drink like that. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become, by Carl Jung. We are not what happened to us. I am not what happened to me yesterday. I'm not what happened to me last week. Last week I had a rough week, but that don't make that rough week didn't make me. It's just some things that had happened. And like the other cards say, I'm the sky. That was just the weather. The weather changed. And we know that the weather changed in the blink of an eye. And things have changed since then. I'm not that. That is long gone. It's like winter. Long gone. Fall. Long gone. It's a new season. It's a new day. I am not what happened to me last week. I am what I am today. And that's peace and that's happiness. And I hope that you are what you are today. And I hope you're not anything from yesterday. Yesterday is gone. Today is a new day. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. I'm trying to become the sky. Ooh, wow. The next one says, we are all one. If everybody believed this, let me show y'all this card. We are all one. Now, in all honesty, guys, nobody believes that, because if they did, there wouldn't be so much hate, there wouldn't be so much animosity, there wouldn't be so much cruelty. If we were all one, that means you or me. That means I'm not going to do anything to you to harm you that I wouldn't do to myself. But if everybody had that attitude, the world probably be a happier place. That's in a perfect world, but we're not in a perfect world. But this is a beautiful card. We are all one. And if everybody just kind of thought on this wavelength a little bit more, maybe the world be a slightly better place. I'm putting this card to the side also because this one touches my heart right now. We are all one. The next card says, it is very foolish and ignorant to retaliate with spite in the hope of ending the attack of the enemy, because the retaliation itself only brings more suffering. It is very foolish and ignorant to retaliate with spite in the hope of ending the attack of the enemy, because the retaliation itself only brings more suffering. For any Christians that are watching me, this reminds me of the saying, this battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. I think when we try to start retaliating on things, in some instances, it makes us worse than we were prior to the retaliation. It kind of takes me back to the affirmation card when we were talking about control. So you don't have control. Retaliating out of spite is that control thing. Like, at that moment, you feel like retaliating can bring you some type of satisfaction. I mean, some people it does. It depends on what kind of heart you have. It depends on what kind of mind that you have. I'll be 40 soon, and there has been times, I'm not perfect at all, that I wanted to retaliate or actually acted on a few things to where, but I can't think of one that made me feel any better, because I don't have that type of heart. And a lot of times people hurt us and we want them to hurt back. But when you retaliate on those things and you go and you hurt that person back, it doesn't feel good. It makes you feel even worse, because you put yourself in a position where you're doing something out of anger, and you're doing some things that are not you. You're doing things that's not who you are. You're acting like an out of body experience. You're acting on anger. You're acting on evilness. You're acting on. So I definitely agree with this card when it says it's very foolish and ignorant to retaliate in spite. I have to agree. If you agree, let me know. I really do. That goes with family. That goes with friends. If someone hurt you, there's no need to retaliate. Would you probably need to take a little break and get a peace of mind and become one with yourself, to get away from situations, or that situation to where someone may have hurt you or something? Most definitely. But retaliation, I would suggest that as people, we definitely sit down and see if it's really worth it. I almost fell out the chair, y'all. I am enough. I am enough. If you're watching this video, you're enough. I don't care if you're not skinny. I don't care if you're not rich. I don't care if you live in a 1 bedroom versus somebody else living in a mansion. You're enough. I don't care if you drive a Pinto, but you don't drive a Mercedes. You and your Pinto is enough. You and your 1 bedroom is enough. You and your dentures is enough. You and your curly hair is enough. You and your brown eyes is enough. You and your shortness is enough. Your job at Burger King, it's enough. We are where we are, like the other card says it's because of our choices. But if you want to see a different future, just change your choices. But during that process, you are enough. Don't ever think you're not, because then that'll lead you back to the unhappiness that we were talking about earlier. And we're speaking happiness in these affirmations. I am always learning. I'm always learning. I try to keep myself in this position at all times because I grew up on the quote, you can learn from somebody even if it's a child or a fool. You can learn from everybody even if it's what not to do. Always stay learning. Always stay learning. To give you an example for myself, I'm currently, for you guys, just first time viewers with me, I'm in school. I'm about to be 40 pretty soon. But I am not in school because, well, part of me is in school because the way things are set up, that is one of the possible, because college isn't for everybody. In college, there's some people that have college degrees that are jobless, but college is one of the avenues that can help you in our other information that says, make your choices based on your future. But I am always learning. I also attend school because I just like learning. I like learning about different things, and I like learning about different possibilities. So I am always learning. The next one says, I am blessed and I am grateful. I am blessed. Let me say that. Hold on, because I'm feeling this card. So I am blessed. I grew up on I am blessed and highly favored. I don't know if anybody can relate to that. I am blessed and I am grateful. It brings me to that movie. What was that movie? You are kind. You are smart. You are important. You are blessed, and I am blessed, and we both are grateful. The next one says, I will hold myself to a standard of grace, not perfection. Emily Lee. I will hold myself to a standard of grace, not perfection. I'm going to read that again. I will hold myself to a standard of grace, not perfection. Nothing is perfect. Nobody is perfect. So holding yourself up to that expectation can bring on some clouds and some heavy burdens and some unhappiness. So don't ever think or wake up and feel like you have to be perfect by any means. Please don't do that. But what you can wake up is, you can wake up and give yourself, like the card say, a standard of grace. You are grace. The other card say you are enough. Where you at now is graceful. It's beautiful. And you have to own it. You have to believe it. You have to embrace it. You have to walk it. No matter what's going on around you or what anybody else got going on, you are grace. You are grace. I am grace. I got on 50 different colors right now, but I'm a colorful grace. That's what I am. The next card says, sun, moon, earth, infinity. All that is in affinity, I am thee. Sun, moon, earth, infinity. All that is infinity, I am thee. It's a mantra for healing. Sun, moon, earth, infinity. This goes back to my card I was telling y'all that I really like about the sky. When you start talking about the moon, when you start talking about the sun, the sky, hey, these are huge. Those things are huge to me, guys. It send my thoughts to a level that I didn't know was there. You don't hear those words often, or you don't tell yourself. I don't look in the mirror and say I'm the earth, I'm the sky. I don't know if it's because I don't believe I'm dead. I believe I'm a whole lot of things, but the sun, the moon, the earth, infinity. I'm setting that card to the side because I'm going to start practicing that one. Let me show y'all this one just in case you want to start practicing it in your daily affirmations. Sun, moon, earth, infinity. All that is in infinity, I am thee. This next one says, this existence of ours is a transit is as transit as autumn clouds. To watch the bird and death of being is like looking at the movements of a dance. A lifetime is like a flash of lightning in the sky, rushing by like a torrent down a steep mountain. This is also from Buddha. I have a hard time understanding the ones from Buddha, guys. So if you're familiar with the Buddha, come on in. I love you to death. Help me understand these. I'm gonna read it again. This existence of ours is as transit as autumn clouds. To watch the bird and death of beings is like looking at the movements of a dance. A lifetime is like a flash of lightning in the sky, rushing by like a torrent down a steep mountain. And that's from Buddha. The next one is, even if you donated 300 pots of cooked food 3 times a day, it could not compare to even a fraction of the merit from just a moment's love. Wow. Even if you donated 300 pots of cooked food 3 times a day, it could not compare to even a fraction of the merit from just a moment's love. Love is powerful. Love is powerful. Let me let you see that one. Love is a powerful thing. That's why I tell you guys, love yourself first and foremost. Most importantly, love yourself. Love that support system that's around you. Love on those people that the universe have sent to you. Love on those people that faith have sent to you. Love on those people that have been sent to you just for a second. You never know the impact of a couple of seconds of love to somebody, even if it's random. I'm going to read that one more time because I truly, honestly believe it. Even if you donate 300 pots of cooked food 3 times a day, it could not compare to even a fraction of the merit from just a moment's love. That's a good one, guys. The next one, when you check your own mind properly, you stop blaming others for your problems. You recognize that your mistaken actions come from your own defiled, deluded mind. I'm going to read that one again just in case it helps someone so you can get a clear understanding. When you check your mind properly, you stop blaming others for your problems. You recognize that your mistaken actions come from your own defiled, deluded mind. When you check your own mind, it say check yourself or you wreck yourself. It say take a look in the mirror and look at yourself first. Sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around others. When you check your own mind properly, you stop blaming others for your problems. You recognize that your mistaken actions come from your own defiled, deluded mind. That's a good one. Nothing exists the way it appears. It is all up to our karma. I hear a lot about karma. Anybody else have anything they want to add as far as giving me some insight on karma? This word karma, it becomes real huge. People speak on karma of other people, and when you do something bad, or if you do something wrong to somebody, it'll come back upon you triple time. So, guys, if you want to help me out on this karma and what you feel about karma, the next one says, no matter how many excellent deeds you may have performed for 1,000 eons, such as generosity or making offerings to the Buddhas, They all perish in one fit of anger. Stop making all that noise with the balloon, okay? Because she got her birthday balloon yesterday, and she's beating it. But excuse me, guys. No matter how many excellent deeds you may have performed for 1,000 eons, such as generosity or making offerings to the Buddhas, they all perish in one fit of anger. Getting mad for just a second can erase a multitudes of work you have done. You can love somebody to death and speak something out of anger, and they'll hear it, and it'll go into their minds and their hearts, and it'll hurt them so bad. All the love you ever gave them will erase in that second. Isn't that wow? Like, what do y'all think about that? Does it make y'all change your mind about getting mad at people or getting angry? Does it make you think about before you get angry and say something that you're not supposed to say or do something you're not supposed to do? Just really think on that. Let me read that again. No matter how many excellent deeds you may have performed for 1,000 eons, such as generosity or making offerings to the Buddhas, they all perish in one fit of anger. Guys, take a second and think before you act. Yeah, I'm sure, some of you guys may have heard that. Think before you act. This one says, live with compassion, work with compassion, die with compassion, meditate with compassion, enjoy with compassion. When problems come, experience them with compassion. I'm going to read that again. Live with compassion, work with compassion, die with compassion, meditate with compassion, enjoy with compassion. When problems come, experience them with compassion. That's going to be the last card that I'm going to leave you guys with today, because that one is good. I hope you enjoyed this video with compassion. I hope you enjoyed these affirmations with compassion. I hope you love on yourself with compassion, love on others with compassion. The job that you may be a little weary of, I hope that you're weary of it with compassion. Compassion is a huge thing, and it can relieve a lot of stress. It can get you through a lot of hard times. It can get you through a lot of hardships. It can get you through a lot of pain and anguish. Just compassion. It's very far and few these days. Sometimes a lot of people lack it. And hey, I can't see who's joining in because it's covered up with some of my cards, but I'm going to read my last card. I'm doing affirmations, and I'm going to wrap it up. But it says, live with compassion, work with compassion, die with compassion, meditate with compassion, enjoy with compassion. When problems come, experience them with compassion. Guys, I had so much fun doing this. I get on here when I got free time and I do random things. I want this to be a definitely channel of variety. I want to be able to touch all ages, all races, all creeds, all everything. I just want to be able to do things and offer things that relate and touch everybody's heart. It helps somebody. If I just help, my motto, I'm an educator and I go to work. And once I get finished doing that 8 hours a day, if I help just one kid, I love everybody. I make myself available to everybody, which can be sometimes very stressful. But if I could just help one person, and anybody that comes through here that have listened to me read these affirmations, if they just help one person to be a better person, if they just help one person to get out of darkness, if it helped one person just to love theirself even more, if it helped one person to love those around them even more, if it helped one person to be a better person the rest of the day, if it helps one person be a better person for somebody else today, that just makes me feel good knowing that I help somebody. Say each one teach one. We all got something we can teach somebody else, even if it's just one person. So if you don't do nothing else today, um, just offer your services. Do a random act of kindness. If it's a hug, everybody don't have everything. Everybody, some people have more resources than other, but you can give an encouraging word. You can give a hug. You can make somebody laugh. For those whose resources are limited, if you have an abundance of resources, who am I to speak upon where anybody should give anybody? But all I'm saying is just be nice, love on each other, because I grew up on as sure as you got it, it could be taken away in a flash. So I hope y'all have an awesome day, because I sure am. I hope these words of affirmation have not hope these words of affirmation have made it clear that you should not have anything other but a good day, a good week. um, Thank you guys for always tuning in to my denture community. Thank you guys so much. To the guys that follow me, thank you. If you're coming through, if you could press that subscribe button if you would like, if you enjoyed what you see here. If you didn't, that's fine too. Um, this is not a race, and it's not comparison, and it's not about likes with me. Um, what else is it? Subscribe, like, share. It's just that whole routine thing that people say amongst these videos. But I am going to find something to do with the kiddos. All right. Well, I'm going to close the doors of the quiche. Guys, leave your comments. Tell me what you thought. Tell me how you doing. Tell me how you're living, uh, or not. And love you guys. And I will see you the next time that my heart is led to jump on here and come up with another idea that can help somebody. Peace out.